When it comes to New Year's resolutions, losing weight often tops the list. So our first guest today joins us with a delicious way to eat more vegetables and increase your protein. We welcome back cooking instructor Jessica Hansen. Happy New Year!
Happy New Year to you too. Thanks
This is
for having me.
Perfect time for this delicious recipe: protein, fiber, and deliciousness.
Right, and
that's what we need.
And nutrients. I know at this time of year people are like, oh, I've had all the carbs, all the Christmas cookies, maybe all the cocktails I can have over the holiday, and light and fresh seems nice.
Yes.
And you know, I'm usually here bringing very seasonal things. This is not about season, it's about all year round. We can vary this recipe to meet all the seasons, but herbs are readily available, onions, chilies, and of course a little bit of meat. So
I love that.
Yeah, I'm going to teach you how to put together a really simple Thai steak salad. And some people are intimidated by Thai food or the ingredients in a Thai kitchen because it seems a little daunting. So we're going to talk about a few things that were kind of more approachable, just so you know what they are. And one of them is what's an ingredient in both our marinade and our salad dressing is fish sauce. Have you ever worked with fish sauce?
I haven't worked with it, but I consume a lot of it, and I love it.
Because it's delicious.
It's so good.
A great flavor. And I just like to, this is a bottle of it. What I like to point out, it is just the Thai version of soy sauce. It is their salting condiment. So if you look at it like that, it's a lot less intimidating.
There you
go.
But
it does add a bit of flavor. Couldn't you substitute salt or soy sauce? Absolutely.
Okay.
Another thing is chilies. So when we talk about chilies, a little bit of heat helps to increase your metabolism, which is always lovely, and adds a nice punch to without adding any kind of fat. And this recipe especially will call for a Thai chili. Thai chilies are these little tiny ones.
They're so
cute. You can touch them on the outside. They're not going to do anything spicy. Once we cut into them and get into the oils inside, that's the stuff that can actually be hot and burn you. But at this point, you're totally fine. We're not going to chop any today.
Okay, and we're doing aggressive hand washing after that we
always
chop.
Aggressive hand washing.
Or gloves or whatever.
I actually use gloves when I'm chopping chilies because I have contact lenses. I wash my hands so much, but if you just go to, it's not a good
One false move.
One false move. So I like this chili, which is a Fresno chili. It looks like a jalapeno but with a pointed end, and it's a lot milder. And so ignore Thai chilies. Don't seek them out if you don't need them. This is available at literally any grocery store right next to the jalapenos and the poblanos and the regular little chili section.
Oh, great.
So don't be intimidated by a need to find out and seek and head to the Asian market to get your little Thai chili. So go ahead and use something like that. So we've sliced some of those. We've sliced some shallots and then fresh herbs. So fresh herbs, although not necessarily seasonal, although we still have some fresh things coming out of the garden, they're readily available and add a punch of delicious green, almost like the feeling of summer. And gobs of nutrients. So they are almost as nutrient dense as any other leafy green. So we forget when you're trying to get more salads, more, at this time of year, kale and things into your diet. Add herbs. Garnish with parsley. Garnish with cilantro, garnish with basil. It's available and it adds a lot of brightness and flavor.
Great idea. So much flavor.
There's so much flavor in it. So we're going to make a salad of that, and it's going to be influenced by the flavor of lemongrass, both in the dressing and in the steak marinade. So have you ever worked with lemongrass?
No. It looks like a giant green onion, right?
Except for feel it. It's a little firmer than a green onion. It's actually a reed. It's a stalk that grows in moist areas, and it's got so much flavor. But I want you to see, you have to do something with it. So smell this. It doesn't smell like much. Right?
There's not a lot going on.
Right. But once you start to beat it up, we just cut the end off of it, and you start to smell a little bit like, like maybe Pledge. It smells like kind of almost a fake lemon color. Then what we need to do is be able to kind of beat it up a little. So I'm going to give you one. Now, this is, don't try this at home. This is what I do, just because I've got a knife. I beat it like that. Now, this is not something I always recommend. To smell that now. It's like,
oh my gosh,
right?
Super
so much
citrusy,
flavor.
Yeah.
So for you, or anyone at home,
version.
The beginner version, you could beat it with this, like just to get it bruised. Our goal is to bruise it before we chop it.
Give it a little bit of a.
And now smell it.
Mine isn't quite as good as yours.
That's because I beat it.
I'm not as brave as you. Okay.
Now
I'm getting something.
Chef Kate at the kitchen will actually take this and just start whacking it. And I'm like, well, that's because you don't clean. But now see what I did to that?
Yeah.
So beating it up before you chop it is an essential part of getting those essential oils out of it and really giving it that fragrance. And so all we need to do at that point, we've taken that, put it into a marinade, and let it marinate just for like an hour and a half. This is just to season it. Soy sauce, fish sauce, lemongrass. We're getting that. I just put it in a Ziploc and throw it You can leave it at room temperature for that short period
of time. And do you chop it up kind of finely like you would a green onion or something similar? Yes, in case you end up eating it.
Because again, this is a reed, and so if you're going to end up with it in your mouth, you either want it big enough to throw away or small enough so that you chew it without paying attention.
Perfect.
And so once we get that grilled, we have this lovely, this is a hanger steak, but again, it could be a ribeye, a New York flank steak.
This looks beautiful.
And we're just going to slice that. Hanger steak is a great thing. And this is just at room temperature. We've grilled it and allowed it to sit so that it can sit there and be ready to go and done ahead.
That smell is divine.
Part of our salad. Make sure that some of that beautiful pink shows.
Okay.
And then we're going to toss herbs. I'll have your help with this.
Okay.
You're going to toss all of those herbs together in that bowl.
In the big bowl?
And just throw them in there.
The whole thing?
Yep.
I'm just doing it. Oh, geez.
This is mint, basil. We can even throw in some of this beautiful opal basil.
Okay.
Right? So this is your salad.
Okay.
And this is a salad dressing of that soy sauce, a little bit of fish sauce, and more lemongrass.
Okay, same thing.
Right. So again, Bright, did you hear me say oil?
What a great idea. Yeah.
So a lot of seasoning in this, and it's got the thinly sliced lemongrass in there.
Beautiful.
Right. And then we would just be able to put, and we'll use some more for garnish. This is it. So I just put some greens to be pretty and to get more under the plate. But you can just season this. And you've got a beautiful salad that has the lovely color of the steak in it, a little bit of that showing. And you've got all these bright, fresh herbs, maybe even garnished with a little bit of the chili.
I'm going to see if I can find a fork in this drawer behind me, because I got to dig in. I got to make sure we can have a taste test.
Fingers are very useful as well.
But just trying to be a lady.
Right? It's just the opportunity to get that beautiful, fresh flavor of the herbs, the brightness and kind of saltiness of the soy and the fish sauce, with a squeeze of lemon juice. Isn't that super simple and yummy?
It's so fresh.
It's so fresh, and this is something that, again, would serve beautifully for lunch tomorrow. It could be your dinner, but it carries over well because we're not reliant on the steak being warm, which is a really nice way to enjoy protein and a bunch of fresh vegetables.
Perfect kickoff to our new year. Thank you so much. Great to see you.
Great to see you. Thank you so much for having me.
We'll have more information on our website at katu.com, and we'll be right back with more Afternoon Live right after this.